Little bit of a wild update to the Chris saga. Now, Chris Tyson, as you guys know, has become trans and has become a major drama in the community. Sunny V2 put out a video that was highly contentious, and maybe we'll watch it later when I, start playing some games or something. I'll throw it on and we'll truly investigate because I have some thoughts on that. But before we get into that, I just have to point out this fucking screenshot right here, and this is real and verified. Chris Tyson put out a picture of their kid, wearing women's shoes, saying Tucker chose to slay this morning. Now, obviously, this caused an insane amount of backlash, and then it caused an insane counter backlash of people just saying, what's the fucking big deal here? Why are people upset about this? Who fucking cares? It's just women's shoes, right? But to me, the backlash honestly made total sense. I don't know about you guys, but, when you look at the reasons Chris publicly states for their transition, talking about how, from the age of 5, look at this tweet right here. This is ironic because I used to go to Jimmy's for internet access. It wasn't the internet or people or anything. It was me seeing the clothes in my sister's closet at 5 and knowing I enjoyed wearing those clothes. The next 21 years was for learning about gender dysphoria. So to me, it's okay, well, if Chris is saying that a considerable factor in, them, realizing their gender dysphoria and deciding to transition, 20 years later is because of them wearing women's clothes, well, then obviously if there's a considerable amount of people, talking about how, they're going to transition their kid or something like that, then posting a picture like this, at worst, it's validating what those people are saying is true. And at best, this is just outrage, clickbait that Chris put up just to quote unquote fuck with the trolls, I'm gonna, tweet out this picture to be provocative, to, piss them off. But it's even at the best case scenario, they're using their child as a prop to funnel the outrage machine, which is just horrifying, right? I mean, I don't think it's moral, because I had a bunch of people saying that my take on Chris was gay before, because it's when did Augie become such a moral F or whatever? It's well, motherfucker, let's entertain the argument a little bit. Because I can just sit here and be this is fucking creepy, dude. And then just say that over and over and over again. And we can do that for an hour. But to me, that sounds kind of fucking boring. Why not entertain the argument a little bit and, fucking get into it, all right? If you want to fucking have this conversation, we can have this fucking conversation. To me, the people that are getting outraged by this picture, it kind of makes sense to me. I don't know. Like I said, at worst, it is validating what people are saying. That, Chris, might be influencing, their kids' decision-making at such a young age or something like that. And at best, and I'll admit the best option is probably what's more likely. If I'm being charitable here, they're just posting this picture just for outrage bait, just to piss off the fucking haters or something like that, which even still is horrifying because it's why the fuck would you throw your kid in the crossfire like that, weaponizing a picture of them? That's just insanely fucking irresponsible. I mean, that's just retarded. It's not even fuck being irresponsible. That's just dumb and potentially dangerous. So, yeah, I don't know, man. People were saying that people that were freaking out about this picture were overreacting. I mean, to me, not really. It seems like you could make a totally logical argument for why a picture like this would be kind of fucking horrifying. You know what I mean? But that being said, I hear you guys. I do hear you guys, all right? Because when you guys are saying that I'm, moral effing and stuff like that, I know what you guys are saying. Fuck this shit. Why take it so seriously? Let's just have a laugh. So we're going to do just that, and we're going to have a completely morbid, twisted laugh at this very real revelation that apparently Chris Tyson had art, printed out and framed art from Shadman, the pedophile artist, hung in their fucking living room, dude, as if they're John Podesta with the fucking children, the art of the fucking naked children that they show the fucking Democrats under Comet Ping Pong, like it's a motherfucking Mouthy Buddha video, dude. So we're gonna fucking, okay, what the fuck? What a plot twist here, ladies and gentlemen. What a fucking plot twist. Were you guys expecting that? I sure wasn't. Mr. Beast's sidekick posted artwork from disgraced artists known for animated child pornography. Okay? Now, I need you guys to understand how therapeutic it is to see an article with this headline, okay? I have been tweeting since 2017 about how fucking crazy it is that the commentary community, and also just YouTubers in general, they used to just sock the fucking cock of Shadman who literally draws like pornographic drawings of like Keemstar's daughter and a real underage characters getting like raped and molested and like bloody, like children that are like 6 years old and shit. I mean, there's a whole Turkey Tom documentary if you want to get into just how depraved and insane Shadman is. But public narrative on Shadman shifted in like 2021, but everybody always knew who Shadman was. He published his work publicly on his website. It wasn't a secret what he was drawing. In fact, it was actually a high-profile drama when he did draw Keemstar's daughter, because Colossal's Crazy had to call in and confront him about it. And that clip got like 500,000 views, and you would think after that clip alone, that would be like life-ruining for Shadman's career, but it wasn't. For some reason, it wasn't. For some reason, Shadman, the fucking pedophile, was just allowed to exist freely in the commentary community. And not only was he allowed to exist, but he was protected by even people that like people think are cool nowadays. Like, you know, Elvis the Alien and Bionic Pig, for instance, they were sympathetic to his art, or at the very least, you know, the legal free speech laws that protect his child porn, which I severely disagree with. But the commentary community used to actively shield this guy. And it wasn't even just the commentary community. Belle Delphine, you know, and that Kiwi girl or whatever, you know, fucking OnlyFans girls that are fucking popular on Twitter, got huge followings or whatever. They actively promote this guy. I think even still, to be honest with you, I don't even know if they've disavowed him post Turkey Tom or whatever, which is pretty wild to think about too, because after Turkey Tom's documentary on Shadman came out, Shadman was doing fucking heroin on the streets of LA, just completely just destroying the last of his life. Now, he got like arrested or some shit. I don't even know where he is now. Probably, hopefully, if I'm just being honest, hopefully he's just completely dead. But who would have known that one of the people that was an enthusiast of Shadman, and quite possibly one of the worst enthusiasts, was Chris Tyson, Mr. Beast's, you know, best friend. Now, people have been making all kinds of arguments that after, you know, the transition, oh, you know, Chris Tyson is automatically a pedophile because they're trans now and stuff like that. That's just dumb shit. I mean, you can't, I mean, I don't know. If you want to say that, that's one thing. But if you're making like a serious argument, you know what I mean? It's just, I mean, you're going to have a difficult time arguing that one. However, if you were to submit an argument that, you know, him having art printed out and hung up in his fucking living room of a pedophile artist and actually depicting Lolicon. And we're going to get into the article because it's going to explain exactly what he had. I mean, it comes to a point where it's just like, okay, what would motivate a man to possess this art, be enthusiastically supportive of this art, financially supportive, publicly supportive? You know, what would compel a man to enjoy this, right? Is it just art? I don't think so. Like, I can't stress it enough, dude. Fucking Lolicon, there is just no possible defense that will ever be made for Lolicon. It will never happen. You will never convince me that Lolicon is legal or Lolicon is, you know, oh, well, it's just a drawing, dude. You're just jerking off to a drawing. Yeah, of a kid that you're hard to and coming to. You know, a kid, right? Isn't that kind of pedophilic? Aren't we all fucking mature enough to understand why this is pedophile shit? And not just some art that people are enthusiastically enjoying? Oh, well, but they're not fucking a kid, dude. Oh, really? That's the fucking line we draw? You know, you have to fuck a kid to be, you know, if you're attracted to that's a Mr. Girl argument. You know, Mr. Girl would say like, oh, if you have sexual thoughts about kids, but you never act on them, or even if you do act on them, if you do masturbate to the thought of kids, well, if you don't rape them, then you're fine. Really? If you want to draw that line, you should stand behind a line and get fucking shot. Okay, so, but look, I'm not going to take this article. I hear you guys, though. We just want to fucking laugh at the end of the day, all right? And when I read this article, I have to admit, I was laughing. I was fucking dying, dude. Get a load of this shit right here. Chris Tyson, a transgender internet celebrity popularized through his association with the Mr. Beast franchise, appears to have been a fan of the artwork of a disgraced cartoon artist known for creating animated child pornography. Bravo. Whoever this, I don't even know what the site is, but whoever wrote this article, major salutes for just saying it outright. Even nowadays, people don't want to call Shadman what he is, a pedophile. People just want to sit there and be like, oh, well, he draws controversial art. Or, well, he's been under fire for some of his drawings. It's like, no. He's a pedophile who draws pedophilic art, child pornography. Okay? So whoever wrote this, hats off to you for just saying what it is, not pussyfooting around the terminology and just being direct with it, okay? Shadman is a pedophile who draws child porn. So anyway, in a now deleted tweet from July 2017, Tyson posted a photo showing artwork which appeared to depict a sexualized young girl. The photo showed a physical copy of the work laid upon a carpet. Tyson had placed fidget spinners around the corners of the page. Bonus fidget spinners to really throw in extra autism. Tyson captioned the photo, tagging the account Shadbase. At the time, Tyson's account used the handle Chris Tyson, but he would later change it to @Chris. So he shares the art right there. Now, chat, what are we thinking? Does this look legal or not? Let's play a game. Is it legal or is it not? What do you guys think? 1 in the chat, legal. 2 in the chat if it's fucking not, and if it belongs in a fucking fire. Like, what the fuck, dude? What in the fuck is this? This is shameful. And the fact that you would not only pay for this art, have it in your fucking house prominently displayed in your fucking living room, and then you tweet it out? Okay. I can't wait for people to be like, Augie, you're not being charitable here. You just hate trans people. Okay, buddy. Anyway. In the artwork posted by Tyson, the girl, who is drooling and has a saliva-covered gun in her mouth, is seen posing in a black tank top and pink bikini bottoms. Her top reads, "Bigfoot is real and he tried to eat my ass." The girl has braces, making her seem particularly young, and is wearing a hat which says, "Please be patient, I have autism." Disturbingly, the young female character also appears to have a brand-like tattoo on her upper thigh intended to signify a white female with an affinity for interracial sex. BBC. Known as the Queen of Spades in the kink community, the symbol is also inscribed with the letters BB. I was making that up. I can't believe. Holy fuck. Really? Okay. Amazing. According to the Urban Dictionary, BBC, in combination with the Queen of Spades symbol, refers to big black cock. Most commonly, the symbol is synonymous with cuckolding fetishes. In Tyson's replies, one user noted the symbol, writing, "Nice QRS tattoo." Another user asked Tyson to provide him a link to purchase his own print of the work, so distributing the lolly. The account Tyson tagged Shadbase belonged to the artist ubiquitously known as Shadman, the online persona of Shadai Pergine. One of the early celebrities of YouTube and Tumblr, Shadman became known for his highly pornographic cartoon drawings, many of which depicted underage girls he called lollies. The term refers to a female childlike character popularized by Japanese animation, but has become synonymous with pedophilic depictions of sexualized young girls in animated pornography. While many were fictional child characters he created, Shadman became wound up in a number of incidents in which he was creating sexual artwork of real children or real people he depicted as sexualized children. Make Lollies Great Again and other art by Shadman. Shadman first became embroiled in controversy in 2016 after drawing suggested pictures of the 7-year-old daughter of internet commentator Keemstar. During that year's U.S. elections, Shadman also created pornographic lolly artwork intended to represent then-candidates Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton as little girls. The following year, he prompted outrage after drawing a number of pieces of pornographic art depicting a 12-year-old female character from the film Logan. In addition to his animated depictions of sexualized children, Shadman has been known to draw art portraying rape, assault, racism, and other disturbing themes. The artist was arrested in 2021 for assault with a deadly weapon. While it is unclear to what extent Tyson and Shadman knew each other, his July 2017 tweets suggest he was either gifted the art or purchased it as a print directly from Shadman. The artwork itself can be found elsewhere on the internet with the Shad-based watermark. Tyson, known ubiquitously as being a regular sidekick of the YouTube megastar Jimmy Donaldson, began trending on social media after he announced his gender transition through Twitter on April 6. Tyson, 26, responded to a user comparing photos of him, confronting he had been on hormone replacement therapy for 2 months. Since coming into the spotlight, Tyson's social media history has come under intense scrutiny. In particular, one post began circulating which had some disturbing undertones, which perhaps now provide more insight into Tyson's interests. In 2016, 1 year prior to showing off a photo of his Shadman art, Tyson posted a tweet reading, "Nothing gets my knob a-crankin' like some lolly." Ooh, yeah. Don't you just love it when they say it outright? It's a little bit fucking weird. Now, to be fair, I did read that thread where he mentioned that tweet, and it was pretty clear this was like a fifth reply in like a thread where he was talking to a personal friend of his. So from that thread alone, it seemed clear to me that he was like joking or saying some outrage shit. But I mean, how much of it is a joke when you pair it with the fact that he was purchasing art, you know, of a depiction of a little girl? Okay, chat, here's the thing. Am I unfair in saying this looks like fucking lolly to me? I mean, it's from a pornographic lolicon artist. I mean, is this supposed to be an adult? Is this one of his rare drawings that's an adult? I mean, this looks like a billion times worse than Boy Soprano, you know? Like, what the fuck? The whole point is it's a sexualized little autistic girl, and that's supposed to be hot. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of undertones there, you know? That's some shit JF might fucking crank it to. You know? But I mean, how charitable can I be here before it's just pathetic? Before I have to just call it for what it is? I don't know, man. You know, and then paired with this other art. And also, keep in mind, Shadbase's controversy with the child porn was in November of 2016 and spring of 2017. Okay? This art he purchased and showed on July 2017. Right? So, you know, it was well after the controversy, and it was well after when the commentary community was protecting him. Again, the commentary community was raising money so that he could fight some lawsuit to shut down his fucking website. The commentary community was funding this guy's fucking website to stay on the air and tweeting about it and rallying up all of their fucking supporters. Shadbase was popular. Now, I watched Colossal confront Shadbase in 2016 live. I saw that shit when it happened 7 fucking years ago. And from that moment, instantly I knew, oh, this guy's a pedophile. He sucks. This guy he's not even human. He's the lowest of the low, right? So I assumed that's what everyone else thought, but nobody thought that, or very few people thought that. And then a few years later, Tom released his documentary and public opinion majorly shifted. But to be honest, I feel like honestly, the only reason why people stopped liking Shadman was just because he's just stopped posting art frequently. He just fell off. You know, he started getting addicted to hard drugs and he just stopped existing. So people just forgot about him. I don't even know if necessarily it was Tom's interview that, you know, fucked him. I do know Tom's interview caused him to lose a lot of job opportunities, which is an amazing thing. You know, people ask you, it's like, do you support cancel culture? Yeah, if it's Shadman, sure. Why would I not? Why the fuck would I want that guy having a job? You know? So it's like, I don't fucking know, man. But I just remember like the brain rot that I had when I was just trying to figure out, like, you know, because I see Elvis the Alien tweeting and I'm Alex and all these other guys and everybody's just acting like this guy's great. And I'm like, 4 months ago, he drew Keemstar's daughter, you know, porn of it basically. And Colossal had to basically demand that he take it down or else, to which he did. But the only reason why, dude, do you guys want to hear this conversation? Fuck this shit, dude. I'm playing it. I need you guys to see how open this guy was in his pedophilia. Like, there was no mistaking this guy. There's no way people didn't, there's no way people were confused. I don't fucking believe it.
Hello? Can you hear me okay?
Hello, Colossal. Yes, I can.
No problem being on the stream. Yeah, apologies if I slur my words a bit. I just kind of got up a few hours ago.
No problem.
All this shit. Let me just be very clear. I was not calling you a pedophile. I was not calling you sexually attracted to children. What I did was say what you did by drawing this picture, putting it in context on your website with a bunch of other pictures of little naked girls, was fucked. Especially considering it's Keemstar's daughter. He doesn't deserve that. Why target his daughter like that? And I felt that was fucked. But I'm not calling you a pedophile. Do you understand?
Totally understand. You understand that it was obviously part of like the controversial nature of the picture to post it under such context.
It started off as a controversial joke.
Yes.
You didn't go through with it.
I would have never.
You did draw a picture of Keemstar's daughter in kind of like, obviously she's not naked, but I do feel like there are sexual connotations regarding that picture. Would you agree?
Totally agree. Yes, totally agree.
Okay, so he agrees there's a sexual context to the picture, but his excuse is that it's an edgy joke to draw it. But somehow this guy isn't a fucking pedophile? Are you fucking kidding me? You don't have to, you can literally have like 20 IQ and figure out that this guy probably isn't somebody you should associate with or be around or consume the art of or support or back in any way possibly. But no, everybody in the community loved this guy. Really? And this guy also had one of the most viewed Twitch channels of all time.
I respect you like a hell of a lot. And just like man to man, if you think it would be better for me to take it down, I would take it down just out of respect to you.
If you could do that, I think that would be wonderful.
You know, I'm gonna go do that right fucking now. I'm gonna take it down out of respect to fucking Colossal.
So he instantly folds, deletes the picture, only because he likes Colossal's YouTube videos. And everyone was like, oh, well, he deleted the picture. Did he, though? Like, it doesn't count if he deleted the picture for no fucking good reason, right? Like, he didn't. He didn't delete the picture. Stop saying that. It never happened. He removed it so that Colossal wouldn't go up his ass.
And obviously, it's going to be fucking all over.
The picture is already out there,
yeah.
So I understand. But I would definitely appreciate you doing that.
Cool.
Look, if you want to draw like, is it called lolly porn? Is that what you call it?
You could the term is like lolicon, but whatever. It's like a Japanese thing.
I don't know much about it, to be honest, but yeah, it's pretty fucking weird.
So he's openly into lolicon. No, there was no arguments being made here. He tells you what he's into. Oh, well, you know, I mean, but I like that when he draws, you know, titties, dude. I like when he draws, you know, women with big titties. It's like, really? That's all it takes to excuse this? That's it? And by the way, if you jerk off to drawings, fuck you. All right? You're weird. I will always stand by this take. I debated all of my friends on this. If you're jerking off to art, like anime and shit like that, fuck you. You are deranged. And for some reason it's normalized, and that's a hot take, and everyone's gonna be like, what? L take? Yeah, sure. Sure. I don't fucking think so. I don't think so at all. I've always stood by this take. If you jerk off to drawings, you belong in a fucking cage.
Weird, let's all agree. And I think you're kind of a weird guy.
I totally am. I that's my thing. I totally
you're
am.
a nice person, but you're a bit of a weird fuck.
I would not argue with that.
All right, that's fair enough. We've all got something weird about us. Yeah, the main beef I had was not really with you. Well, it didn't end up that way. It was kind of with the people who were defending you. It's just, why are they defending you for drawing a picture of Keemstar's daughter in this kind of sexual way? And it was very it's very wrong that people were doing that.
I think they were more defending like the concept.
So defending it, right? You can't just. What is this bullshit of defending the concept? Really? Okay, dude.
Why people would defend you because of that?
I
really can't. Like, you didn't even really defend yourself. So why people defend
Yes,
you for it?
Colossal was saying it, dude.
And I feel the only reason for it is people really need to get me on something. They really need to argue with me over something with me, and that was the only reason they did it. But look, I'm really happy that you kind of take it on board a bit. I'm not a social justice warrior or anything like that, right? You've seen my videos. They're very, very...
Oh, that was the problem. So back then, this is how fucked up the internet was back then. If you were against Lolicon, people saw you as a social justice warrior, a leftist. Somebody that's just a total fucking cuck loser, cringe. So, okay, so I guess that makes sense then, right? So the reason why YouTubers didn't stand up against this is they were afraid of looking like fucking SJWs. What the fuck, dude? Like, everything is the opposite now. Literally every possible way, it's the opposite. Holy shit.
Really insulting of other people. But I kind of draw the line here when it's with children, and certainly one of my friends' children brought into the mix.
No, I must admit, like, the backlash was way harder than I thought it would be.
Look.
This guy drew child porn of Keemstar's daughter and was surprised that he got backlash.
When I made the tweet, I was like, I didn't necessarily intend to send you lots of hate. Obviously, like, I don't really care as much as I would for someone else sending them hate, because I'm against mob mentality, but it's like, in your situation, I was like, don't really care. And then, but I didn't even list your name initially. And then, of course, I did respond with one of the messages which included your Twitter handle. So I do apologize for that. It's kind of a small apology you're getting from me, but you are getting an apology for that. I'm sorry you got some hate because of it. But at the same time...
Holy shit, bro. And people are really worried about that mob mentality. That was like a keyword back then, right? Mob mentality, which is basically just cancel culture nowadays. Nobody wanted to look like a fucking SJW. And apparently, SJWs were against Lolicon. So if you go against this, you're basically like the biggest fucking loser of all time back then. Like, people just see you as like just pathetic.
When you do fuck
just
up,
everything they hate.
You deserve to be called out for it.
And it makes you think.
I feel that what you did was a bit fucked up. Do you understand?
I totally understand that. I'm really desensitized to a lot of that kind of stuff. So I was saying this earlier in the stream that sometimes I go really far with things, and then I think, like, this is not fucked up, but I can kind of see why other people would, and then the more I think about it, the more fucked up it becomes.
You seem like a really down-to-earth person, and I'm genuinely surprised. But, no, good for you. I mean, I can only say thank you for taking it down. I certainly appreciate it. I know a lot of other people will appreciate it. People are still gonna criticize both of us for all of this shit.
Obviously,
but
yes.
I think we had a happy conclusion to it.
By the way, one more thing, Colossal. Chubbs and that other guy, Brad, you unfollowed. I feel really fucking bad about that because they clearly both seem to really look up to you. Like, I feel kind of bad that, like, they were not, like, defending me. I think more like they were defending the concept of that it wasn't, like, any nudity or anything. You know, like,
I feel like
what the fuck
was very misplaced. And yeah, I was a bit triggered by
I don't know if we have to watch the whole thing there, but you guys get the point, right? It's just like, this is the internet back then, right? And it's like, even in Colossal's confrontation, like, he was the only one, literally the only guy, willing to, like, say, like, hey, this is fucking insane, right? Are you guys all just a bunch of pedophiles? Like, what's going on here? Well, I don't think you said that, but, like, you know, that's what I'd be saying back then, right? You know, he was the only guy willing to say that. But even in his confrontation, he's like, you're a down-to-earth guy. You understand. I'm really glad that you know what's going on. It's like, oh, this guy doesn't know what's going on. What do you mean? He's down to earth. I mean, yeah, in a sickening way, he's down to earth. In a disgusting, like, surprising way of, like, holy shit, I can't believe this guy's admitting to this type of way. Sure. But that's not a good thing. I guess it's better than if he was hiding it. But it's not like, you know, he was making any efforts to hide it anyway. He's just an open pedophile. So it's like, are we supposed to, like, give him praise and credit? Well, at least he's open about it. At least he doesn't hide it. You know, it's like, holy shit. Genuinely, if Mr. Girl existed in 2016, he would have been like a top commentary channel. Like, actually, he would have blown the fuck up because his content would have had like the editing that would blown videos away back then. And also, nobody would find any of his arguments weird because they feel like, oh, if I thought this was weird, if I criticize this, then I'm just a fucking SJW. Mr. Girl's the real fucking, you know, boundary pusher in a good way. It's just fucking crazy to think about, man. It's fucking wild. So this article continues. I don't know how much. It kind of just goes into like Tyson likes fucking anime. Here's some crazy tweets or whatever. I don't fucking know. You guys get the point. Chris Tyson busted for their association with Shadman. I can't believe this article came out. Feminist news and opinion. I guess W feminist here because, I mean, I didn't find anything wrong about this article. You could say that it was slanted or that it was biased or that it was just reading way too much into things. I would disagree. I don't know. So, yeah, this shit is fucking sick. And I'm glad, dude, if it's, maybe they're right. Maybe the commentary YouTubers in 2016 were correct. It literally just is the SJWs, the fucking feminists that are willing to stand out against this shit. What the fuck is the timeline that we're living in? Shouldn't the base fucking right-wing people be like stomping this shit out, right? Why is it taking a feminist blog to call out fucking Chris Tyson post-transition for their association with Shadbase? What? What the fuck is going on? Okay, well, I guess if it is what it is, at least someone's calling it out, right? I don't know, man. That's fucking retarded.